gamers, today we will be talking about Transformers 1986 movie version of Scourge and a Sweep. So here we have both molds, and you see this one's purple and this one's a rather blue. So we see they are exactly the same as you would expect a Sweep and a Scourge to be, since they were the same mold. Now they do come with these weapons that do attach to either side, whichever one you want to have. And we see one side's more hollow than the other. But we do see they are rather nice. Actually, they are the same on each side. Was the other gun I was thinking about. So here we have his gun. Purple version, same. Now in the release, this was the first one, and it was mentioned that this is Scourge. And so a lot of people bought them thinking that we would not get this version of a Sweep. So everybody bought several of these, and then they released this one, and it didn't sell as well as this one. I wonder why, because people had bought several of these. So we see I have these folded down because they were in a box. Because I had to box them up for a little bit of movement in my room. But here we can see that we have the 3 cones there. Up here we have the 2 lasers that shot out at Ultra Magnus. Very, very cute. Very cool looking. Now what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and take the Scourge mold. Take this mold out. We'll take these sections and bring these on out to say, hey, I see his arms and his chest and his legs and what's going on with that. But then we'll take these feetsies and fold them on out. And as you can basically see, everything is combed together. So we'll just take the sections here, pop them out, take this section, pull them apart, and then we'll start working at the top here. And get these sections all broken apart and getting ready to flip out. So we'll take these sections and go ahead and flip them on over. They do come up out of the way. The head here is attached to the legs, and we'll bring that out. Then we can take these legs, since we detached them from the arms, and we can just, and there we have the transformation. I'm joking. So next step here is to take this part that we broke apart a little bit and get those separated out like so. Then you can just push this back and it will fold. It's got a hinge here and a hinge here. So we can take that. Same thing for other side. Just take it and pull and attach. There we go. So we just take these arms, pull them on up like so, clicky clicky, and then we have the piece. Now we can take these sections here, pull them on out of the way, take his midsection, where is the top of the mold, pull this down here, and take this, push it on up, and then take this piece and fold it as we do to hide it on up. And push it till it clicks. Take this section, rotate it up, get another click, take his head, pull it on back, and you'll see we have this other piece here that we can just take and fold it on in to get his head aligned to push on in. So it doesn't go flat, but just like a triangle, like this. Then we'll take this section here and pull its hinge and pull it back. Right? Now we have these sections here we'll just take up, and you can either hold it like this, like so. It depends on how you want to display it, but I like to display my piece because we have a little clip here and a hole there. So peg and holes and pegs, and get them all straightened out. Now you can either have your mold like this to where it's doing it, or flip it up and you can rotate that section in so it's a little bit flatter. So it's very nice. For me, I like the hidden approach here. So he has a little bit of a backpack, yes, but he has the more cartoon look version of the sweeps coming out like so. Now you can also take these and have them out if you want, to where it makes it look like that. Like I say, there are options for displays. It is up to you how you want to display it. But for me, I like to pull those down and out like that. Now, his weapon can just fit in his hand. Either one, left or right. It's up to you. And he does have little pink nails, which is very nice. Now, I'm just seeing a little gap. There we go. So his head itself can look right and left. Not much up and down. These arms do come out to a nice T-pose. They go forward and back. He has a lower bicep swivel, single bend in the elbows, wrists that do not move. As far as the waist goes at the hips, we get a rotation. Those hips do a nice They do a nice split, forward and back, single bend at the knee. So we get a nice rotation there. Now these footsies, they come down like so, and we do have something that I did forget, whoopsie, to bring out the back heels for stability. But yeah, as you can see, mine was up and it really didn't need it, so you can use those to help pose him and, you know, give him a nice stance, so you can move them and kind of just pose them a little bit better. And that's one thing that we all love, to pose our stuff and have it to where it looks cool on the shelf and not just, hey, I'm a brick, like the old ones. You know, yeah, they were transforming, they were that, but I am so glad they did this. Now his wrists do rotate around. I did that because this one is really stiff and doesn't, but this left arm hand does rotate. So it's very, very nice. Very cool. Now, like I say, this is the same mold. So basically you just transform it the same way, and there you go. Now I will mention one thing. So this back piece here for his head, you can either keep it like this. However, the transformations, they say to do this, but it is up to you if you want to have a bigger piece here in the back. That is up to you. Now you can see here, the swoop is just a similar mold. However, the hands have been swapped out, so he does hold his gun a little bit better in that version, and then you have this version with the pink nails. Yeah, we were into day glow colors back in the 90s and yeah, in the 80s, so you know, it was he had pink nails. Okay, so anyway, same kind of movements, up and down, right and left. Now this arm is the one that moves. This one really does. The other version, I guess mine, it just doesn't like to move. Same kind of posability in the molds, so we do get some nice poses with these guys as well. So it's nice to see that you get the sweeps with Scourge, and they're just a little bit different, so you can have a little bit more playability, even though the Scourge and the sweeps in the cartoon were the same color. So remember, as always, whoa, I forgot something. So if you have prior versions of Scourge, you can say that yes, they are still there. So here we have the Titan Masters Scourge. So you can say they are sweeps. It's up to you. It's your collection, dude. So, you know, you can just have them in the background or doing as well. Now these just have posability as well, so they just don't have the height of these guys, and you do have to pose them a little bit different and pull out things to make it, but you can do the same kind of posing with these as you would those, but like I say, the legs are a little bit different. You got to pull these sections out to pose something like that. But look, very nice, very cool, right? And they are the same color as Scourge, so these really are the outstanding versions, the purple. Like I say, it is up to you how you want posed and what you want to keep in your collection and so forth. So remember, as always, to like, subscribe, and keep collecting.